The loudest person in the room is almost always the weakest. They speak to prove they exist, to seek validation, and to mask their deep terror of being ignored. But while the foolish scream for attention, the silent master observes everything. Silence is not passivity. Silence is tactical dominance. Welcome to Obsidian Psyche Official. Here we decode the hidden mechanisms of human behavior, high-level control, and ruthless self-mastery. In a world addicted to noise, quietness is a weapon of mass deception. Most people believe that power belongs to the charismatic speaker, the loudest voice at the table, or the person constantly asserting their presence. That is an illusion designed to keep you predictable. Machiavelli wrote that he who seeks to control others must first master the art of concealment. When you speak, you expose your thoughts, your insecurities, your vulnerabilities, and your strategic intentions. But when you remain silent, you become a mirror. People project their deepest fears onto your quietness. They reveal their hands while you conceal yours. Today, you will learn the dark psychology of silence and why the quiet mind always wins in the end. The truth is brutal. In every interaction, the person who speaks less gains more intelligence. Sun Tzu taught in The Art of War that knowing your enemy without allowing them to know you guarantees victory in every battle. When you enter a conversation, most people cannot tolerate silence. The average person feels an overwhelming psychological pressure to fill empty space. If you simply ask a strategic question and hold your tongue, they will start talking. They will talk to soothe their own anxiety. They will overshare their motives, confess their weaknesses, and lay bare their strategic plans. You must learn to embrace the discomfort of silence. Let them talk. Let them dig their own graves, while you collect every piece of information necessary to dismantle them. People will weaponize your kindness and manipulate your responses if you give them raw material to work with. Manipulation requires feedback. When an opponent tries to provoke you, insult you, or drag you into emotional conflict, they are hunting for a reaction. Your reaction tells them where your nerve endings are. It shows them how to control you. Nietzsche warned that when you fight monsters, you must beware lest you become one yourself. When you refuse to react, when you respond with cold, unbroken silence, you starve their ego. You neutralize their attacks before they even begin. The powerful few understand that silence is an impenetrable fortress. Never explain yourself to someone committed to misunderstanding you. Stop giving them weapons to use against you. Human beings are wired to fear the unknown. When someone talks constantly, their mind is an open book. You can predict their next move, their triggers, and their exact breaking point. But silence creates a psychological void. Carl Jung emphasized that the unexpressed shadow side of the human mind is what frightens people the most. When you remain silent, people cannot calculate your motives. Are you plotting? Are you unimpressed? Are you 3 steps ahead? They do not know. This uncertainty breeds anxiety in your rivals. They begin to second-guess their actions. They overcompensate. They back down. By withholding your words, you force the room to adapt to your presence, rather than you adapting to theirs. When currency is printed in excess, it loses its value. Words follow the exact same economic law. If you constantly express every thought, complaint, and opinion that crosses your mind, your voice becomes background noise. Nobody listens. Nobody respects your input. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that you have the power to have no opinion on a subject. and to keep your soul unruffled. The powerful person speaks rarely, but when they do, the entire room falls silent. Because their words are scarce, each syllable carries the weight of an absolute decree. Always speak less than necessary. Let your brief words cut straight to the core of the issue, leaving no room for debate. The world will try to break you. Life will test your composure through chaos, betrayal, and unexpected pressure. The weak man reacts instantly. He screams, complains, blames others, and loses his frame. The dark master understands that emotional display is a sign of internal weakness. When crisis hits, your silence communicates supreme confidence. It signals that you are not shaken, that you are calculating, and that you possess absolute control over your mental domain. You must detach from impulse. Never let your tongue outrun your strategy. In moments of high tension, the person who maintains cold silence commands the room, while the hysterical person forfeits all authority. The most dangerous move is the one your enemy never sees coming. Weak people feel the need to broadcast their goals, their dreams, and their next moves to the world to receive cheap validation. The truth is, announcing your plans gives your rivals time to sabotage you. Machiavelli advised that great strategists mask their intentions until victory is inevitable. When you operate in complete silence, your execution is swift, decisive, and unstoppable. Work in the shadows. Build in secret. Let your success be the first and only announcement they ever hear. The world is designed to drain your energy through relentless noise and superficial debates. But true mastery requires you to step back from the frenzy. You do not need to prove your intelligence by arguing with fools. You do not need to justify your boundaries to those who disrespect you. Silence is your ultimate tactical edge. It preserves your energy, protects your mind, exposes your enemies, and elevates your status without throwing a single punch. Remember, quietness is not a lack of power. It is the absolute concentration of power. If you are ready to stop being predictable and start building ruthless self-mastery, subscribe to Obsidian Psyche Official right now. Turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into human control and dark psychological frameworks. Drop a comment below with the word silence if you are ready to master your mind and control your environment. Think deeper, feel less, know more.